Greetings and welcome back to another episode of 1320 Time Stream, where we're going to be discussing the magnetic moon, which is the first day of the wave spell of the red moon. Now, if you did finish watching the previous episode, which had to do with the download on the entire wave spell of the moon, it was in fact rather extensive. There was a nice drop, a nice description. It gave a really good kind of accounting of the energies of this wave spell. So the particular day of the red moon energy will not be as extensive as there, so I definitely recommend checking it out. It was a pretty nice one. But we will, however, do what we always do, and we're going to go into our description here, our text description of the energy for today. And then we're going to give ourselves a quick breath. And for that, we're going to be breathing through our right ankle and our right baby toe on the in-breath. Right ankle, right baby toe, in-breath, begin. Okay, there we go. A couple good breaths there. Well, let's get into a bit of a description. And, since we're in that first corridor, we're in that corridor of identification, today we are identifying the purpose. So, one could really say, like, we're identifying the quality that the moon's really going to take. What are the cycles? What are the energies? What's being purified? What's in the flow? Purify, universal water, and flow are the energies of the moon as the words, but it goes so much deeper than that. And so it's really up to us, like those words are just little kind of markers or reference points that really help us, go deeper into going, okay, like these are some of the relevant qualities represented by this sign. But outside of the sign, there is a living energy. And so the sign is really just being, oh, okay, it's kind of allowing us almost like a placebo in some way to kind of initiate our energy body to tap in to that frequency. And this is why it's a code, not unlike a combination lock or some kind of coded entry key, that when we code into it, we now have access to what's going on in there, whether it's, a physical vault or a safe or some kind of digital area or like tuning forks or like toning, that when we go into that attunement, then all of a sudden there is a vibrational frequency we become aligned to, and then we're like endowed with ability or memory or vibration or emotion, feeling, things of this nature. And so these codes are no different. They are identical as every single thing that was just said. And so identifying how those cycles are showing up for us that are being represented by the moon. For myself personally, I've actually really identified what I can be working on this cycle, and that feels very empowering to me. But what I'm going to be working on is most likely extremely different from what a lot of other people are working on. And so this is why I don't share a lot of my personal things, because they're very personal and for me. And so I don't think those aspects are really going to overlap all that well unless people are doing the same kind of self-empowerment work. And so as an abstract function, I would say for some longer descriptions of some of the potentials, really check into that wave spell drop that we did in the last episode. And that gives a lot of the qualities that the moon can really help us focus into to be able to really identify today what the energies are that aren't just only happening in the wave spell, but are happening today very specifically. And this also helps us as well, that like the energy of today as it happens is kind of going to be imprinting the wave spell for us. So as we identify, then that's kind of like our precursor, or it's like the overarching energy that's going to be showing us what's going to be going on for our whole wave spell. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the affirmation section. Stay tuned.